With the first wave or first week or first whatever you want to say of free agency in the books, let's look at team needs and who's still available. What is up, Finn fans? I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. Being that tomorrow is kind of the start of the second week of free agency, and then after this upcoming week, I start draft week. Not even week, a month, starting on March 25th. We're going to start looking at draft needs. We're going to start looking at top prospects. We're going to start looking at a ton of stuff. We start to shift towards the draft. Now, free agents get signed. I will talk about them, but I am shifting my attention towards the draft, and we're going to look at draft history of the Dolphins, prospects. We're going to do mock drafts, so much draft stuff getting ready for next month's draft. But today we are talking about what team needs after the first week of free agency and kind of targets that are still out there. But before we jump into this, I do have to shout out today's sponsor, and that is Aura. I've talked about Aura in another video, and they are a sponsor that I'm very happy to work with. And a lot of the sponsors I work with are stuff that I use myself. And Aura is a very, very cool app. And let Past Doug tell you more about Aura. I'd like to thank Aura for sponsoring today's video. Don't you hate spam calls? I get them constantly from different places that I've never been to in my entire life. And if you're tired of getting spam calls, if you're tired of all of this online nonsense, Aura is for you. Data brokers sell your info to robocalls and more to make a profit off of you. Aura identifies the data brokers and submits an opt-out request on your behalf. These data brokers legally, when they get these requests, have to get rid of your information. But knowing that, they make it incredibly difficult to do. So why don't you let Aura do it for you? Aura also protects your family from online threats, whether it's identity theft, whether it's credit card theft, all of these different things Aura helps you with. You get other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, parent controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download tons of different apps. It's easy to set up, and you get everything at one affordable price. Let Aura do the hard work of protecting you online while you focus on other tasks with peace of mind. All you got to do is click the link in the description and you start your 14-day trial of Aura. So why not sit back and have that peace of mind that your identity, your information is safe, and try Aura. Again, Aura, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Seriously, definitely check out Aura. Again, like I just said, my past self, 2 weeks free. You click the link in the description. Robocalls, be gone. Definitely check them out. Again, 2 weeks free. Click the link in the description. Try Aura. It helped me out drastically with these robocalls. Drive me nuts. So, the Miami Dolphins made a buttload of moves. They made a move yesterday, bringing back Braxton Berrios on a 1-year deal. I think it was a 1-year deal. Let me double check. Braxton. Yes, a 1-year deal. Cool. I like it. Good return guy. That's, prominently what he's going to be. To me, again, little spoiler of what I'm going to talk about. Still need another receiver. But the Miami Dolphins made 15 moves last week. 15 moves last week. 3 of them were re-signs. And you look at some of the ages, like Brooks, 27. Brewer, 27. Fuller is going to be 30. Fuller 29, Jonnu Smith going to be 29, Gallimore 27, Anthony Walker going to be 29, Savon Ahmed coming back, he's going to be 26 or he's 25, Braxton Berrios 28, Jonathan Harris, defensive tackle, 27, Deshaun Hand brought him back, I was happy about that, 28, Jody Fortson, who's a tight end, didn't play for the Chiefs last year. He was banged up. He's 28. Benito Jones brought him back. Happy about that. 26. Shaquille Barrett, 31. Siren Neal, 29, going to be 30. And Jordan Poyer, 32, going to be 33. So a lot of the guys we brought in are on the older side. We have a few younger, 25, Savon Ahmed. Outside of that, it's 27 and up, which is a little different than the Dolphins normally do. But again, like I listed, 15 15 free agents brought in. And then you look at the comp picks, and I'll show you what they look like right now. Look at the comp picks right here. We are sitting with the 2/3. Unfortunately, we don't have the top 2/3 because the Kirk Cousins deal with the Atlanta Falcons pushed them up. But we get 2/3, and then we get a 7th for Deshaun Elliott, unless we sign a player equivalent to that $3 million. But you can see here, a lot of the guys we're signing are for like $1 million. So there's that. So to me, after looking at that, after looking at the free agent signings that we did, some guys that could help, I just noticed that the Seattle Seahawks, that's why I stopped talking, got a 5th rounder for us signing Jordan Brooks, which I thought was interesting. I don't think we gave anyone else. Let me see if Tennessee got one for us. No. Interesting. Anyway, sorry, I just saw it. I was like, Jordan Brooks. Interesting. Yes. So needs, because we signed a lot of players, a lot of solid players, not guys. There are certain guys like Jonnu and like Kendall Fuller and Jordan Brooks and, Jordan Poyer and all those guys that are going to come in and definitely help. Even I think Deshaun Hand, they signed what? 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive tackles. None of these guys are big names. Gallimore, Harris, Deshaun Hand came back, Benito Jones. So without me beating around the bush anymore, here are the needs, area of needs still after the first week of free agency. To me, the Dolphins need another safety. They're going to run 3 safety sets in this type of defense that we are running. And right now, our starters are Jordan Poyer and Javon Holland. Outside of that, I don't really see a rotation. You could take a Kendall Fuller. Again, I told you guys when I made the video talking about, is he taking away from Cam Smith? You can take him and put him in there at that rotation. Nick Needham came back. He can play safety. You could throw him back there, have him in that rotation. But for me, I would prefer to add another legit safety, especially with Jordan Poyer being up there in age. So safety for me, I would like to add at least one more. I wanted to bring back Elliott. He went to the Steelers. Good for him, but we need to add another one. Defensive tackle. Now, I looked at the defensive tackle free agents out there, and none of them are anything better than we already have. So to me, it's like draft with defensive tackle, either the 1st or 2nd round. I probably am going to focus on the trenches with the 1st or 2nd round. But we need another defensive tackle. Like, we have a few, don't get me wrong, and Sealer isn't a slouch, and I'm very happy to still have him. But some of these guys we brought in, like Deshaun Hand is going to help. I like the way he played. Benito Jones, when he went to the Lions, played really well. We got him to come back. But outside of that, it's like, I don't know if you really have anyone there. So add another defensive tackle. Wide receiver 3. Again, we have some guys there. Ezukoma, who's coming back from injury. He did play well for the first part of the season before he got injured. Brought Braxton back. We still have some other receivers, but we don't have that legit number 3 receiver to pair with Jonnu. We don't have him to pair with Tyreek or Jalen Waddle. I want to go out and get like a legit number 3 receiver. He might not think he's a number 3. Any of them that are out there, the Dolphins could target, and I have some names, but we need a legit number 3. We need another pass rusher. We brought in Shaquille Barrett. There are some other names out there when it comes to pass rushers. We don't know when Chubb's coming back. We don't know when Phillips is coming back, even though he is progressing nicely. I like to add one more with Shaquille Barrett for that transition of when our guys are going to come back. Unfortunately, we didn't keep AVG, but we need to go out there and get another one. We need guards. We have Liam Eichenberg. And we brought back Robert Jones. We need guards. Please. Draft? Sure. We need guards. I don't think that's a hard one to really throw out there. Number 6, this one isn't a need, but to me it's still a need. A backup quarterback. Now, Tua stayed healthy last season all year, but yeah, I did knock on some wood. I don't trust Mike White as a backup quarterback. I trust, I almost said Saquon, Skylar Thompson more than Mike White. So you need a legit backup quarterback, because if Tua does go down, to me, the season's over. I don't think Mike White can carry this team to whatever we need to do. So we need a backup quarterback. And the last thing, O-line depth. I said we need guards. We need tackles. We need some backup guards, backup center, because we have absolute horrible luck when it comes to staying healthy. So get that depth, get that backup there. So that's kind of the team needs. I have 7 in there: safety, defensive tackles, wide receiver 3, pass rushers, guards, backup quarterback, O-line depth. But in actuality, it's only 5, because backup quarterback, we already got one, and O-line depth is a duh. So we got 5 needs, which is nice to see. You know, you answer those 5 before April, you go into the draft BPA. So here's some targets that are still available. Now, the Dolphins have shown somewhat of an interest in J.K. Dobbins. The Dolphins have shown interest in a lot of running backs a lot of times and equated to nothing. I would like to add another running back, because the injuries that happen to our running backs late in the year is just killing me. And I would like a hard-nosed, physical style running back to help with the end of the year running game. So J.K. Dobbins would be nice. There's also Ezekiel Elliott out there, but he might be done when it comes to the way he plays. Could still go after Dalvin Cook. He's available. Get him. He'll take the $4 million that we'll offer him now, or the $3 million, just to come play in Miami and see what he's got in that type of rotation. Wide receiver 3, Michael Thomas. There's the whole thing with Tyreek Hill and Chad Johnson talking about Michael Thomas should go to Miami. Michael Thomas should go to Miami. I wouldn't be against it. I know he's injury prone, but when you're the wide receiver number 3, you're not really going through much. So I'd kick the tires on that. Or if not him, Hunter Renfrow. He's out there. He would be a legit number 3 to help us out. Maybe grab him. O-line help. I think, and I would love for this to happen, Kendall Lamb, Isaiah Wynn, re-sign them. Now, Isaiah Wynn is coming off an injury, so there's no rush in bringing him back. Bring back Kendall Lamb. Also, Lil Collins is still out there. And I was like, is he bad? Why is he still out there? He's not that bad. So I would get Lil Collins. Dalton Reisner made a tweet saying, I don't need the bag. This, and that. Now, I know Butch Berry worked with Dalton Reisner in Denver, so if they didn't get him last year, why would they get him this year? But why not? And then when it comes to pass rusher, Chase Young is still out there. Why is this young pass rusher still out there? Why hasn't anyone scooped him up? And watch, while I'm recording this, these guys are going to get signed. But Chase Young is still out there. Go out, grab him. See what you can give him. Maybe he's asking for too much. I know Jadeveon Clowney tomorrow is visiting with the Jets. Anthony Weaver, why don't you give him a call? Say, hey, why don't you come down to Miami, play with me? When we had fun in Baltimore, why don't you come over here? I think him and Shaquille Barrett would be a nice stopgap from when our guys get healthy. And then safety-wise, Jeffrey Simmons. Now, he's out there. He's going through meetings, doing his thing. See, if you can have that nice little 3-headed safety back there. And if not him, Quandre Diggs. He's available. Why don't you knock on that door? See how that's all going. But, we only need one more safety. I'd like to add, and you notice I didn't say defensive tackle. And like I said, there's not anyone really in the defensive tackle free agency market right now that I'm like, oh, they could definitely help because they've signed with someone else. Wide receiver 3, rush, and guard. Like, we're almost there to go into the draft BPA. They definitely going to need to do some more cap manipulation. I don't know why I was going to say it like that. And the person to do it to is Tyreek Hill. That might be a break in case of emergency type of situation, because they have not touched his money. And I think right now the Miami Dolphins are sitting at $3 million in cap space. They are dead last. It's them at $3 million. It's the Falcons at $3 million. Cowboys at 4.4, Browns at 5.9, 49ers at 6.4, Bucks at 9.3, and the Bills at 10. It's like your bottom bunch. And your top guys are Commanders, Patriots, Titans, and Bears at like 50 million. So they redo Tyreek Hill's contract. All of a sudden, we're sitting around 20 million. We got money to play with. So we'll see how that all pans out. But to me, they're getting close. There's still some pieces they need to add. Will they? Won't they? I don't know. But I will keep you guys updated. And I will see you either later today if more news breaks or definitely tomorrow. But I got a lot planned for you guys. So hit that subscribe button if you're new and you like what you see. And other than that, like usual, stay classy. My fins up.